To this game is brought to you by NAV Gaming, well NAV TV. Sorry guys, it was just a little bit delayed. I have just switched over to my decent PC. I had to change a few settings, so going straight back into this game. I do have a little co-caster. A lot of you people know him. It is his gingerliness, Rusty.
Reserve time.
How's it, boys, man? How you doing?
Good, and you, mate? What do you think of that first game?
Well, I got to see my first Terrorblade game, and he tragically died. So, first game, the gyro, man, that gyro.
Yeah, that gyro was pretty strong, and yeah, I sort of favored UCT's lineup going into this game. I think I also might have mixed up the settings. My little pony actually did win, and I actually put it on 1-1. So guys, just apologize for that. My little pony do have 2-game lead, seeing as they did win the last game. They do come into this game with a winner bracket advantage as well. So it is 2-0 at this stage, and my little pony just 1 game away from winning this. Companies, I keep forgetting the words. Companies type IS. Can you say it? Do you know what's going on here? I completely forgot it now. It's slipped my mind.
Gaming. the IS Gaming Championships, 2 companies facing each other. I'm not too sure about the prize pool, but it's to see who's the manliest company out there. And what do you think of the picks here, Mr. Puza, sir?
Yeah, the picks so far. I mean, Terrorblade's been left in the pool this time, and we saw how useless he was. I won't say he was useless, but we saw how underwhelming he was. So it doesn't surprise me that he's not banned out. And sorry, every now and then Axe is screaming in my ear, 5 seconds remaining. It's getting a little bit annoying. I forgot how to change that setting as well. But yeah, these picks, Death Prophet as well as the Faceless Void was banned out there, so pretty standard. But the Centaur Warrunner, I haven't seen that here in a long time, and the Disruptor pickup, I haven't seen that here in a long time either. So it's going to be quite interesting to see if Clockwork gets a good hook initiation with a decent set of cogs, and you just drop the Disruptor ulti on top of that. But then again, we do have UCT that can engage or disengage with that Centaur and see if he can get some decent pickoffs. I mean, with the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, you can just get the Centaur and just blinking in and just double edge with the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast on top of that. So that's going to be quite deadly.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. That Centaur, like I said, he's, as you know, he's one of the manliest heroes out there. If you touch him, he touches you back with that return damage. So you gotta just be careful about the Centaur Warrunner. And yes, as you guys know, I'm the ginger caster that screams his toupee off, so we'll just leave it at that. And then of course I would say for me, and I'm not sure if Puza agrees with me, but I don't like seeing a tri-lane versus an offlane. I like seeing tri-lane versus tri-lane action, but in this sort of case, Clockwork is going to go into the offlane with Centaur in the offlane, and the 2 supports respectively on UCT, the Ancient Apparition. That ultimate is disgusting, and of course Disruptor, like you said, with the cogs, the kinetic field, and the static storm. I've seen some great disruptors, but I'm a potato with that hero.
You're a potato. Okay, yeah, it is his gingerliness, so he's going to be coming out. It's going to be quite a fun cast, I must say. I am looking forward to it. You were speaking about the seeing tri-lanes versus tri-lanes. I enjoy seeing it as well, and as soon as the Ancient Apparition comes into the fray, as you want to call it, it does provide the potential to be an aggressive tri-lane. I mean, you get somebody else with a solid lockdown, and somebody like a Vengeful Spirit, then you got that extra bit of aura coming through. So the aggressive tri-lane potential was still there until they picked up the Spectre.
As you guys can tell, and Puza will agree with me, I have not seen a Spectre in forever, so if you would allow me the honor of going yes!
Well,
okay,
I didn't allow you the honor, but you took it anyway, you ginger bastard.
Okay, no, guys, Spectre, she's been banned now quite a lot, and Puza can agree with me. We've seen her in some of the internationals. She's been just one of those heroes that if she gets the start she needs, she just rages through. And Puza, I want to direct your attention to Zeus's ban.
No, Zeus got banned. The global strat that they were scared of there. Actually, almost didn't see it, but a hero like Nature's Prophet is still in the pool. So you can Spectre ult, you can throw down the Ancient Apparition, well, not the Ancient Apparition ult, but you follow it up with the Nature's Prophet ultimate, and then you just try and snap somebody off with the Ancient Apparition. It's a lot harder that way, but the potential is still there, you're right. But I think that this being a serious game, and that UCT are down 2-0. I don't think they're going to be going for that, and they picked themselves up the Sand King, a pretty decent lockdown, a sort of self-sustainable support where he can just jungle it up, get himself a decent amount farm, get himself an early Blink Dagger, and we're going to see quite a bit of initiation, quite a bit of tower defense as well coming out, creating enough space for the Spectre just to be able to farm up, considering that Disappointed go the Radiance the last game. He would disappoint me if he didn't go for the Radiance this time. And My Little Pony, they also picked themselves up the Ogre Magi again. He made it this far through the pool, and a hero that you love to hate, the Troll Warlord.
I disagree there. I love Troll. Troll was the guy I fell in love with in Dota 1. Whoa, no, not fall in love. That's a little bit over dramatic. I didn't even buy him flowers yet.
10 seconds remaining.
The tri-lane is basically almost set up here for My Little Pony. I'm not sure if I've seen Troll go mid, and it's worked out 50-50 from what I've seen. What are your thoughts on that one?
The Troll Warlord, can you still hear me? Because I'm like talking in minimized mode.
I can still hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. No, that's perfect then, because I'm trying to sort out these sets here. The Troll Warlord in the middle lane, I don't think there's any other place to put him, to be honest. Like, you throw him in the middle lane, he gets his level 6 as quick as you can, you try to start pushing, and I won't say they've got a pushing lineup, but I mean, if they picked up something, I was going to say the Faceless Void, then you have at least a bit of attack speed for him, but now you can pick up basically any sort of hero that would have been useless in the early game, somebody like a Wraith King, again, also banned out. Phantom Assassin, good ban out there, because that was probably my next call. Troll Warlord, I'm a fan of him, I dig him, but only in the middle lane. There's no other way to play him, to be honest.
No, definitely, and I see you're not having a very favorable draft right now, as most of the hard carries we've seen lately have been banned out. Spectre is in there, but what do you think My Little Pony need to complete their setup? Because they have their offlaner, they have sort of their tri-lane setup with the Ogre Magi and the Disruptor and the Troll in the mid. What do you think they need as their final carry? Seeing as TA is now also banned out, so we're not having a very fun time. Bloodseeker, but he's not in the pool.
Yeah, I must say I'm a Luna fan, so I'd almost throw the Luna into the pool, but we do have the Ogre Magi here. So you combo the Ogre Magi up with somebody like a Lone Druid, and then your tower pushing potential becomes extremely strong. You got the Battle Trance as well as the Ogre Magi Bloodlust, and then you just start pushing towers, and it's extremely difficult to push into that. And with this hashtag buff that he got, or inverted commas buff, where the bear actually has the mana pool now, seen the sides of EN run it quite a lot, where you get a Mask of Madness and a Majolna up on him. It hurts. It really, really does hurt. So this could probably be some sort of pocket strat here. The Lone Druid, probably my hero. See what My Little Pony do decide to pick up. I'll probably be wrong either way, and it's the Skywrath mate, so we carry Ogre with a Skywrath in the middle lane.
I just want to do a quick shout out to God of Grim. He's one of our more dedicated watchers. Guys, thank you so much. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to all the sponsors for the tournament, and of course to all the companies participating. If Sand King isn't too scared to pick up his hero, just, click the play button, because some heroes are shy. If you would take away our Radiant team, sir.
Yes, I will do that with pleasure. We're going to have Rainbow Dash. He did play the solo mid last game, so it is going to be a solo mid Skywrath. It is going to be Applejack on that Troll Warlord. He's actually heading towards the off lane, so possibly an aggressive tri-lane here. Maybe, not sure. The Ogre Magi is going to be played by Twilight Spark. We're going to have Fluttershy going to be playing on the Clockwork, and it's going to be Rarity playing on the Disruptor. So you might as well go over to the Dire side this time, good sir.
Oh, yes, that's how we operate here. Alright, on the side of GSB, we have Ili Ryan, hashtag Beyonce Hunter. Yeah, you do. The only way to hunt. On the Centaur Manliness, Random Hero. On the Alchemist, going mid. There's something I did not expect, but that's gonna happen. Halberd, hello good sir. On Sand King, Disappoint. On Spectre, and QWERTY on the Ancient Apparition. And I'm gonna get my Trilane versus Trilane.
Yeah, it's going to be your Trilane versus Trilane, and then they're going to need to shut the Spectre down early, who does have the new set as well, I think. No, it's not the new set. It's one of the sets that I was trying to build into. I'm a huge Spectre fan. Like, this is one of the better sets out there. So yeah, we're going to see your Trilane versus Trilane here. It's not going to be very favorable for the side of UCT here, to be honest, I think. Like, we got the stuns, we got a bit of early damage coming through, you got Troll Warlord to be able to switch between his range and melee abilities, but just the fact that Spectre is a pretty bad laning hero is going to make this extremely tough here for the side of UCT.
Oh, definitely. I find that Spectre, she just struggles just to get the farm she just needs. And as you notice, she didn't go for the Quelling Blade early, so she's going to struggle to get some creeps here. Just to point this out, because I'm going to try and be a little bit analytical for everybody here. This ward right here on the offlane, well, now we have a safe lane versus an offlaner, so... it's just one of those things that's just going to make it easier. So you and I, sir, need to keep tabs on this top lane, because this is where the action is going to be.
Yeah, this is exactly where it's going to be, but it's going to be a lot of action top lane, but middle lane is also going to be quite interesting. Like the Ancient, the Skywrath Mage, is actually getting pinged out. They are going to go straight onto Rarity. The Chilling Touch does come down with an extra bit of damage as well. One more right click might be the end of it. Destroyed's going for it. He gets it. Fire Blast. It isn't coming off cooldown in another few seconds there. They are going straight onto the Troll Warlord as well. This Trilane is going to be completely wiped. One more right click is going to be enough. It is enough. He's down on the sideline. Sandstorm comes in with another Fire Strike. QWERTY. Well, he's dropping pretty low. He's not going to go down. Sand King's going to be the return kill. Disappoint. Two more right clicks might actually be the Ancient Apparition. QWERTY still going straight onto the Ogre Magi, who does have stun coming off. The Glimpse straight back. That's going to be the end of QWERTY. So it's a 2-for-3 trade basically. Well, a 2-for-2 trade with the Ogre Magi surviving all of that, because the Ogre Magi with 10 armor at level 2.
What is this game?
10 armor at level 2. That is absolutely ridiculously broken.
Well, look, there was a ton of action here. Halberd initiating, and they managed to get Spectre farm. And I want to point it out there, she did not die. That is the best start a Spectre could get. Look, the two supports took a dive, and the Troll and Rarity took a shot there. But like you said, the Ogre Magi survived 10 starting armor, because we are all made from a knight in shining armor. But there's no knight in shining armor. There's a gut and man boobs there, but we'll just leave it at that. But like you said, the Trilane. Oh boy, this is just action. Boy, aren't you glad we kept it on the top lane? So we did immerse first blood, so we'd look like,
Yeah, I did have a look at that middle lane. I'm going to pull up the CS chart speaking about that. Middle lane is actually pretty even at this stage. Centaur, taking a lot of damage bottom lane. He does have enough for a double edge, but he might actually kill himself if he pops it off. One more right click, 10 HP. The creeps are going to pick him up, and that's going to be a return kill. So I guess almost worth it in a way, where the Centaur Warrun, I think, recovers a lot better than a Clockwork does.
I do agree there. Centaur, the thing is, Centaur is a little bit item independent, you know? His moves don't really rely on more items, and he could just tank it up. But for me, that creep that killed the Centaur is just a man. Oh, here we go again! And Clockwork has everything on cooldown. Okay, no.
Yeah, he's
hype
playing
was too much.
Yeah, the overhype, the ginger hype is real basically. I'm gonna keep my camera on the top lane. Just talk me through that middle lane there. What do you see happening there? The CS is even. I think it's going to be an even lane, but actually wait, the top lane there's a lot of action again as the stun comes through. The Chilling Touch damage is enough to be able to pick that one up as well. So they get themselves one kill. Disappoint actually gets glimpsed back. Nice little save coming out by Rarity. Just not exactly what he wanted, as there is no Chilling Touch this time to be able to pick that up as Troll Warlord TPs back towards the top lane. I don't think we're going to see the action now. So quickly, just have a word about the middle lane for me.
Well, look, that middle lane, Skywrath, I don't feel like he will kill random hero very early on. He might be able to, but once he gets at level 6, even through that vicious ulti of Skywrath Mage, which we all know, in any pub game, if you've been hit by that, you just feel sad for days, and this is the truth. And now if Pusa would raise his hand as well, who has never been hit by that ultimate? Exactly, you can't raise your hand.
Oh yeah, I enjoy playing Skywrath Mage. I love the hero, he's so fun to play. The only problem I have with him is that you have to get an early advantage, like an extremely early advantage to be able to make him work. As he is looking for that early advantage here in this top lane, he's level 5, so he does have 1 point into the slow, he does have the silence up as well. They do have an arcade bolt which is at level 3, so there's going to be a lot of damage coming out from him, but yeah, they realize that they're missing, and as your camera is busy pointing out, they do have the observer wards coming through as well.
And right there, they could see he picked up the invis ward and moved up top. So GSB doing their work. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is how supports work. You make sure that you ward. I cannot stress this enough. As a support player myself, wards are important because then your carries are like, see them coming, they be rolling. Or something like that.
They be rolling, yep. And that just bought the Alchemist a lot more time in the middle lane just to be able to farm up something like a mechanism. He's actually flying something in towards him on the courier. It's just a TP scroll to be able to defend top, or just to be able to get him to rotate to get himself a kill in basically any of the lanes. Are we going to be seeing the mechanism onto? Yeah, I think we might actually. Ooh, there's actually again initiation top lane. Halberd, he is in a sandstorm. Does get popped as the disruptor picking up the last hit there. As the axes, though, not the whirling axes, but the other axis. The glimpse is going to be there as well. It's 2 down on the sideline as the Spectre decides to dagger straight through the jungle there. Yeah, that was the first team fight that didn't really go their way, I'd say, in the top there.
Oh, definitely. And then I just wanted to point you to the Alchemist. He's in the mid lane. No points in the Grievous Greed. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I like that because he wants to fight, so he's going to be rushing something like a Blink Dagger or a Mechanism. The greed might just, if he goes for the Grievous Greed, it might just be too greedy because we do have the Spectre here. So we're going to need heroes like the Centaur Warrunner, who actually didn't see what happened in the bottom lane, but we're going to need heroes like the Centaur Warrunner and the Alchemist just initiating, basically. So, yeah, no Grievous Greed is good. What happened there in the bottom lane? I completely flopped that.
Clockwork, he power cog Centaur was trying to be over manly, and his Tranquil Boost didn't kick in because he was attacked, and then Skywrath Mage came in with the haste rune and just finished off the job there. No, wait, that's not how that goes. And if you check the experience graph, 500 in favor of ISP, gold graph 1.5, so they're leading quite nicely here with the gold graph, and the creep kills now. Despite Troll's deaths in the top lane, he's actually been doing very well. 36 and 6, Clockwork 30 and 6 versus Centaur's 18 and 3. So the lane going there for the Clockwork and the mid. Skywrath Mage 22 and 8, but he's been roaming around Alchemist, staying more there with 31 and 5. And where do you think this is going to go, maybe for ISP, regarding maybe their mid or their off lane there?
ISP? Are you talking about IS?
IS. Sorry, the acronym was on my brain.
You almost had me confused. As again, yeah, just this top lane is extremely difficult. Again, middle lane random hero. He does have the ulti this time though. Kinetic field, the circle of fun does come out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. As he is charging up the stun, they are fighting in that minus armor, the acid spray. As the concussive shot does fly out onto random hero, his ultimate is the chemical rage is still hanging around there, so he's going to be fine. He's going to be able to bottle up and go straight back towards the middle lane. I think basically as they just need to get their Blink Daggers up. Like Alchemist needs his Blink Dagger. We need the Blink Dagger up on the Centaur Warrunner as well, as he picks himself up a double damage rune in the bottom. I think as soon as they pick them, or top lane action, Applejack might actually be in trouble here with the Chilling Touch. They're not going to dive under tower, and I wouldn't either, because the Spectre isn't exactly the tankiest of heroes.
Until she gets Crimson Guard, and then you'll be swallowing your words.
So you think she's going to be going for Crimson Guard? She's already picked herself up the Helm of Iron Will. Okay, I lied. That was I'm busy selected on the Troll Warlord. She's got herself the Urn of Shadow. She's got herself the Phase Boots as well. So you think she's going to be going for that tanky kind of build, not for that max damage kind of build?
Well, if you look at it like this, why would she not? Because the only really right-click damage is going to be the Troll Warlord, and to an extent maybe the Clockwork. So based on maybe the magical damage, now I'm being a derp, but Crimson Guard, what are these supports planning to do? If that Crimson Guard goes up while AA decides, screw that creep, he called my mom fat, and gives him a chilling touch. But I feel this point should go back to lane right now. Go back to base. He's just not in the right place. But Crimson Guard, you've seen how tank even a support can be with that. Initiation top!
Yeah, the Burrow Strike's going to come through. The Alchemist is going to get a full second, well, a full 5 seconds stun onto Applejack. Applejack's dropping pretty low. He might actually go down as the Spectre gets glimpsed back, making sure that the Disruptor doesn't survive at all. They managed to pick themselves up the kill eventually. Disappoint dropping pretty low, so I don't think they're going to be able to pick themselves up more. As the Skywrath Mage TPs in, drops the Mystic Flare onto the head of Disappoint, and Alchemist coming back in, making sure he gets a kill onto the Skywrath Mage. So it's a 2-for-none trade. Disappoint will be happy with that. He's got himself 3 earn charges, going to be able to earn himself up, go straight back to lane. Very, very nicely played there by the Alchemist, just making sure that he gets the stun off. How did that Mystic Flare not kill the Spectre?
You were saying something about Spectre not that tanky. Wait, what flavor is your words now? Chocolate? Banana? I don't know.
Yeah, that was, well, okay, she has the reflective damage, but I didn't think that worked on the Mystic Flare. I know they nerfed the Mystic Flare a little bit because they increased the duration of the damage over time that the Mystic Flare did. So maybe that was the cause of the Spectre surviving? I don't know.
I would agree with that. Look, she wasn't too much fully in it. She was like possibly just maybe on the edge of it and just got luckily through it before the full time cast could go through it. So she did survive there, and that does leave GSB in a better position. Well, I think my throat is starting to get a frog, but you can see Spectre is in 2-0-3 and Alchemist 2-0-0. So GSB, they are in a very favorable position, and the net with Alchemist on 4.3 with 1 level in the Grievous Greed.
Oh, as the first Spectre ulti actually does get used here, Earner Shadows is going to make sure that Spectre picks himself up. Basically a solo kill. The Alchemist wasn't really in range as he got glimpsed back. As the Whirling Axes are going to come down, Applejack is going to try and go straight on to Disappoint. And Disappoint shouldn't have run this way. Fire Blast straight onto his head as well. Yeah, that actually, there we go. Another right click, and that's going to be the end of the Spectre. As the Ancient Apparition is trying to get something happening. As in the middle lane, the Skywrath Mage getting dropped there by random hero there. I think you saw that, seeing as you got your pretty little drawing on the map.
Well, I don't, guys, we are seriously trying to work together, and I think we're doing it really right now. I really think I'm able to co-cast with people and not drive them off of this world. Oh, well, in my world. But yes, my drawings are here to help Puza. If he misses the mid kill and he gets the top kill, and I can hear him cast with that voice. No, this is not the platform for that. We will continue this on
Yeah, we'll leave that for another time. It's disappointing. Throws out the dagger, but random hero hasn't charged the stun. He's going to get nuked down early, and he's going to get wrecked. And I think this is exactly Disappoint's time to run away, but there is still a glimpse. He does get glimpsed straight back into 4 heroes. That's a 2-for-nothing exchange, and I think that was almost a mistake on the part of random hero there. Like he didn't charge his stun while running up the ledge there. He charged it. He charged. He should have charged a little bit further back, I think.
I do agree with you.
Okay, let's make some lava drawings there. Like he charged it over there. I think he should have charged it over there. Okay, those lava drawings have gone out of hand as the battle trance is going on there. There's the fortification gets forced out in the top lane as well. So yeah, the lava's drawings is not working here, and this is the one extremely strong thing that they do have going for them here, I think, is the fact that we do have the Bloodlust, we do have the Troll Warlord battle trance, and it's a lot of tower pushing potential here. So I think as long as they come out even in the laning stage, I think IS Gaming might actually have this game here.
I do agree with you that I find that this game is up and down, and you can agree with me. While bottom it looks like there's a huge initiation going on. Oh, Centaurus, no, oh, Alchemist comes in! Gonna start bashing people over the head, yes, and he's gonna die. Okay then, that's how that works.
Yeah, Alchemist has picked himself up the Blade Mail as well, which is interesting, to be honest. Blade Mail, I really would have expected something like Blade Mail is a good item, don't get me wrong, so I'm not gonna wreck the item at all, but I really would have expected the Blink Dagger.
I find it would have been a problem. Oh, wait, on Alchemist, I find the problem with not getting at least one level in Grievel's Greed, especially when you go mid and you had all that free space, is that you lack that gold you needed for the initiation. So that's just my view on it. But I don't mid Alchemist. I support Alchemist because my carrying levels are that of SpongeBob.
Yeah, well, so SpongeBob, if he dries out, I guess he could be pretty solid as a carry, but initiation top lane, the Burrow Strike's going to land on one. Mystic Flare hits on nothing. Multi-pass onto Disappoint here, who's dropping pretty low. I think he's going to go down. Yep, that's the end of him. So Spectre as well as the Skywrath Mage on the sideline. We do have the slows coming out there, the Whirling Axes. There we go, there's those axes coming through. But Alchemist, he's charging the stun. He wants to try, oh, nice little Burrow Strike, making sure that Twilight is just locked down into the Corps. So he's going to lose his life there as the camera's just moving back and forth. As Halberd, he's dropping pretty low, doesn't have enough mana to really pop out another Burrow Strike, not for a couple of seconds here, as the Urn Charges might actually tick down onto Clockwork, who solves up the stun's going to fly out, there we go, that's going to be enough, as Disappoint and Halberd just come in and stick around for the XP. They did try and hunt down Applejack, but Applejack is pretty tanky at this stage. I mean, he's got himself the Helm of the Dominator, he's got himself another 2,100 gold, and yeah, just basically having fun here. While again, just bottom lane, Centaur Warren does have the ultimate, does also get silenced up here, pings are coming through here. The silence, however, is, I think it's just a level 1 silence, no, it must be like a level 4 silence, because he's still silenced, as again, Random Hero comes in just to try and save out his teammate. It doesn't manage to save him this time, but manages to get the return kill, as Twilight Sparkles does come in, he does throw out the Ignite as well, but that's going to force Random Hero just to bugger off for a little while. He'll be pretty happy that he got himself that return kill.
No, definitely. I wanted to point out the previous fight recap definitely went in favor of the GSB. Spectre did come back and she did avenge her death. She did buy back, use the Haunt, and the more damage was done by GSB, and you could see the gold and everything went in favor of them. And if you look at the experience graph all the way down, you can see this game is just up and down and up and down. It's like that bad seesaw at the party. Oh boy.
Yeah, speaking about bad seesaw, the hook's going to come straight onto Random Hero. Blade Mail's not going to be enough to save his life this time, as nice little hook shot. Random Hero losing his life there. And guys, like I said, during the draft phase, UCT will, otherwise known as GSB, are down 2-0 in this best of 5 series. I buggered up the scoreboard up there, so I do apologize for that. So if GSB do lose this, if the Spectre doesn't come online, if they don't manage to get themselves the kills they're looking for, GSB are gonna end up being runners up. I mean, they did come through the losers bracket, so I guess it's not bad. Disappoint top lane, he does manage to throw out the spectral dagger before he gets silenced up as well.
And just to point that out, guys, the reason he messed up is because I blame Rusty, just putting that out there. That's the only reason he messed up. But Charles, he looks like he has 3.1k gold and he's going to grab himself this mid tower, and now the glyph should reset. That's the new changes, if anybody didn't know that. If you've used your glyph and you lose tier 1 tower, your glyphs get reset. And you can see the top tower, while all the action has been done on the top tower, you can see that the damage done to the top tower, I was surprised this didn't fall first with all the action going on. And bottom tower has hardly been touched on both, okay, well, not on both sides.
Yeah, Centaur Warren has been putting just a little bit of pressure on. I mean, Centaur Warren, I think, should win a 1v1 versus Clock every single time, as the Centaur Warren has also picked himself up the blink. No, thanks, Rusty. That's one thing I'm extremely bad at, is noticing items on heroes that heroes have just picked up. Ogre Magi, he's got himself a Sage Mask as well as the Robe of Magi. What's he going for there? Is he going for...
Orchid.
An Orchid. Okay, Orchid. Oh, as middle lane, Random Hero, Static Storm. He gets wrecked, but the Blade Mail gets the return kill. So I guess Blade Mail hashtag worth it in a way.
Because Alchemist stood there, tanking it like a man, said, "Come at me, bro." And yes, you can see, there goes the chat. What? Why?
Yeah,
why, Troll? Why? Why?
What's Troll doing? What did I miss?
He's bashing Rosh to death!
Oh, and your little friends?
Oh yeah, there is a sad story I must tell you, but this is, again, not the place and time for it, as Rosh stepped on one of his 3 little beetle friends, and oh boy, there it goes. There goes Rosh.
Yeah, he stepped on his little friends, your little friends, as the Aegis Immortal does get picked up, and he's got himself a full BKB now as well. So with a BKB, there's not really
Dire's
much stopping that.
structures
Skyrath
are
Mage also has the Blink Dagger. They are
Radiant's
trying to
top
defend
tower is
top,
under attack.
which they can quite easily do, as Sanking actually gets the epicenter onto the Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord BKB isn't here as of yet. As Random Hero, he does have his ultimate up. Aegis Immortal does get popped almost immediately. Ancient Apparition Ice Blast does fly through. Disappoint is also TP'd in for this one. Will Haunted in other words, basically, as Applejack does throw out the Whirling Axes just to try and get that extra bit of mischance. They do have the Urn of Shadows on to blink forward. The stun's going to come out. It's just going to be a pretty solid kill for them. So nicely done to them. Get themselves 3-4 kills, I believe it was, and maybe even get themselves a tier 1 tower now.
3 kills, gold change of 1.6, XP change of 3.5, damage done 4,235. I love this 5 recap. And now they're gonna get themselves a tower now, so GSB firmly planting their feet in this one. But again, guys, we have seen this game go up and down as the top tier 1 tower goes down. This can go either way, and if your pants are on, I would suggest no, keep them on.
Yeah, I was no Rusty.
And if you check the experience graph, while this gets too weird, the experience is at 0. It is completely at 0. The goal graph also at 0, so you guys can see this is an even game. Hero net worth right now, Troll, despite all his deaths, is still sitting at 8.5. Alchemist only at 7.6. Spectre at 7. So despite everything, these guys, Spectre has got 2k gold. Oh lord.
Yeah, Spectre's gonna start heading towards that Radiance, I think. But 20 minutes, so more or less like the 33-minute mark, as they are pinging out the Spectre. They do want a little bit of action on this. Clockwork wasn't close enough to get a hook off. If they managed to get a hook off, I think Disappoint was dead. And he's died 3 times, but he's also picked himself up 7 kills, so 7, 3, and 7, pretty solid. He's also gone for the Urn of Shadows as well as the Drum of Endurance, so he's got himself those extra bit of stats, which is always very nice in the Spectre, but it just sort of delays like that Radiance timing if he is still going back for that. What I have also seen people tend to do, that go for this drums as well as the Urn build, they go for the Diffusal Blade first, and then they go back for the Radiance, which again, it's just one of those solid kind of item builds, which you can't really fault, I think.
What else would you build on Spectre? Because Radiance to me loses its value later on in the game, especially when you have a Troll and everybody's finishing damage. Metal!
Yeah, everyone's just losing everything. As Disappointed does haunt in, does throw out the Spectral Dagger as well. The Urn of Shadows does get thrown onto him. He does get the nice little multi-pass straight to the face, as the double edge is going to finish him off. So again, 3 kills, and this game was looking one-sided, but considering these last 2 team fights, they've gone completely the other way. But then again, the Troll Warlord as well as the Clockwork weren't anywhere in sight of that. Now those kills is going to help Spectre pull towards his next item, and it is going to be the Diffusal Blade. So he picks that up now, possibly going back for the Radiance just after that. But yeah, you said, what do you really build on a Spectre? Like, I don't know, for Spectre, her item choices are extremely game dependent. The Radiance, I feel okay, it does sort of fall off, but when you have squishy sort of heroes on the enemy team, the Radiance never really falls off. I mean, we have a Disruptor, we have the Skyrath Mage, we have, okay, I was going to say the Ogre Magi, but then I remembered he's got 11 armor, but he does sort of start getting squishy towards the later part of the game, as the hook shot does miss onto Disappoint in the top there. So Radiance is never too bad, and I'd be a big fan if he went for the Diffusal and then the Radiance next.
That would be awesome. And if we take a look at the items, guys, you can see Disruptor, he hasn't had too much of a good game, but he has Arcane Boots and a whole bunch of consumables there, wards. Troll has gotten the BKB, Helmet Dominator. I wonder if he's going to possibly go for the Satanic or maybe the Mask of Madness. Meanwhile, Heretic!
Yeah, Alchemist just picking himself up another kill. Nice work coming out from them. As Alchemist actually picked up his Blink Dagger. No, he's not even going in for the Blink Dagger. So, yeah, pretty. I won't say it's questionable. I would have liked the Blink Dagger. No one's really building a mech on the side of GSB as well. GSB in the last little while, I mean, the kills I think was something like 13 to 14 in favor of IS. But now it's 22 to 14 on the board, as again in the jungle here, Quirky, I think he's just going to get caught out. Yep, Skyrath Mage with the Mystic Flare, just making sure that he finishes off the job there.
Yeah, that ultimate on that poor Ancient Apparition, and Ancient Apparition is my all-time favorite, next to Wisp and then Axe. And then Rubik, just putting that out there. But you guys can see I'm a main in support. But Skyramp Mage still with a blink. I think, yeah, he's got himself a 4-star Clockwork Aghanim, so that cooldown, man. That cooldown makes Axe sad. And Ogamagi, he's still going for the Orchid here. If you check Alchemist, BKB actually, and then Blade Mail. Like I said, like Puza said, and I agree with him, would have liked to see a Blink Dagger just get the initial stun off and then go absolute 8 manly, but he's probably going to go there. Spectre, Diffusal Blade, probably going to get level 2 or something else. Sanking, Blink Dagger, Ancient Apparition, going for the Aghanim Scepter as the point booster because Bloodstone is atrocious on Ancient Apparition, let's be real here. And Centaur, he's got Blink Dagger and Blade Mail. Does Blade Mail and Return stack?
Oh yes, now you're asking me things here, but as the Skyras Mage has got himself an inverse rune, they do spot out where Random Hero is, and they might actually try and guard him with Clockwork on the high ground. The Spectre, he's gonna haunt straight into this. He does Clockwork hook straight into Random Hero. Doesn't manage to catch only one in the cogs, however, but it doesn't really matter. Little Rain is doing so much work as the epicenter as well coming through, just almost securing a team wipe as the 4-star, the Blink Dagger is gonna come. No, it's not gonna come off cooldown. It's a full 5-man team wipe here as Random Hero. He's gonna just stun himself to victory there.
Ow, that hurt. I felt that deep within my pinky toe, man. That Sand King, the Ancient Apparition ulti, it was just, look at the damage there. 5,699. Hey, that's almost as good as my math score. No, that's not right.
Yeah, this game is starting like, that's the one thing that I did say in the draft where I felt like they needed another carry. Like I was just picking out the Luna just so they can push a little bit more towers. But then again, I did go back and say, like, pushing into this lineup of GSB is extremely difficult with the Sand King epicenter as well as the Ancient Apparition ulti, and you do have the Centaur War Runner as well, just hanging around being able to do a bit of work there. As top lane, Applejack taking a bit of damage there. Circle of Five is going to come down. The Blade Mails are going to be revealed as well, but I don't think it's really going to matter. Or is it? No, it does. Tall Wall is on the sideline. Centaur War Runner is still alive. The pings do come through, so they are pinging this as the Spectre is coming around the background. Does Spectral Dagger himself up? Oh, Mystic Flare. It doesn't really matter as the Blade Mail comes out, and that's again 4 for nothing. And I said earlier, I think it was 15 to 40 and GG. I mean, yeah, there's no real other way to call this as, yeah, GSB, they come back into this one. They are 2-1 down. So we're going to see a decent series coming out there. So yeah, Rusty again. Guys, this game was brought to you by NAV TV. Hope you guys did like it. You guys can like both me and Rusty. We are on Facebook. Rusty's also got a whole bunch of Twitter accounts, but we're going to not go into that just yet. We're going to jump straight over into Game 3. So Rusty, I'll check you there, but...
Sweet, thank you guys so much for watching. Check us in the next game. More Puza pie ahead. Wait, no.